You are watching Forbidden Files, the channel that opens the cases governments want to keep quiet forever. Today's file is one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in all of human history. A plane 239 people, a simple flight to Beijing, and then nothing. No wreckage, no black box, no answers, just silence. This is the story of flight MH370. It was just after midnight 8 March 2014 a Malaysia Airlines flight took off from Kuala Lumpur, destination Beijing, China. 237 passengers, 12 crew members, a completely normal flight. 38 minutes after takeoff, the pilot spoke to air traffic control for the very last time. He said 2 words, "Good night," and then the plane disappeared. No distress call, no explosion, no crash sound, no warning of any kind. Just a plane and 239 human beings that simply vanished. That was 12 years ago, and as of January 2026, after the biggest, most expensive search in aviation history, we still have not found them. Not the plane, not the black box, not a single body. How is that even possible? Here is what we know actually happened, and it is very strange. About an hour into the flight, the plane's transponder was switched off. A transponder is a device that tells air traffic controllers exactly where the plane is. It lets everyone on the ground track the flight. Someone turned it off. Transponders do not turn off by accident. You have to physically go and switch it off yourself. Then military radar showed something incredible. The plane made a sharp U-turn. It turned completely around and flew back over Malaysia, the country it had just left. Then it turned south towards the Indian Ocean and disappeared forever. Experts believe the plane kept flying for about 6 more hours after the transponder was turned off. 6 hours, with nobody knowing where it was going, or who was flying it, or if the passengers were even still alive. When MH370 disappeared, the world launched the biggest aviation search ever seen. Ships from Malaysia, China, Australia, the US, and many other countries joined the hunt. They spent hundreds of millions of dollars searching. They scanned over 140,000 square kilometers of ocean floor. To give you an idea, that is bigger than England and Scotland combined. Then in December 2025, a new search started. A company called Ocean Infinity went back to the Indian Ocean with the most advanced underwater robots ever built. The Malaysian government offered a $70 million reward, but only if they actually found the plane. On January 23, 26, the search ended, empty-handed again. Ocean Infinity said this search with a level of precision that was unimaginable in 2018, the most advanced technology ever used. And they still found nothing. 12 years, 150 days at sea, 140,000 square kilometers searched, 0 answers. Nobody knows for sure what happened, but there are 3 main theories, and each one is more disturbing than the last. Theory 1, the pilot crashed it on purpose. Investigators found that someone who knew how to fly a Boeing 777 practiced a very similar flight path on the pilot's home flight simulator weeks before. The route on that simulator went south into the Indian Ocean and then ran until the fuel ran out. Official investigators cleared the passengers and crew, but they never fully explained the simulator route. Theory number 2, it was hijacked. Someone deliberately turned off the transponder and changed course. That takes knowledge and skill, not an accident. But who? And why? And if it was hijacked, why was there no ransom note? No demands, no message of any kind. Theory 3, a terrible accident nobody could predict. Some experts believe there was a sudden fire or explosion in the cargo hold. This could have killed the pilots. The plane then flew on autopilot until it ran out of the fuel and crashed into the ocean on its own. But why was transponder turned off first? That part still does not fit an accident theory. In July 2015, 16 months after MH370 disappeared, a piece of white metal washed up on a beach. It was on Reunion Island, a small island near Madagascar in the Indian Ocean. Experts confirmed it was a piece of the wing of flight MH370. Then more pieces started appearing on the beaches of Tanzania, Mozambique, South Africa and Madagascar. 27 pieces of debris were found in total. 3 were confirmed to be from MH370. But here is the problem. The debris tell us the plane crashed into the Indian Ocean. We already suspected that. What it does not tell us is exactly where, or what happened in the cockpit, or why the plane changed course. The ocean is enormous. The plane is somewhere in it, and we cannot find it. The families of 239 people have been waiting 12 years for an answer that has still not come. Behind every number in this story, there's a real family. Lee Erio has been asking the same question for 12 years. What do you mean by the lost contact? His son was on that flight. Most of the passengers were from China, but there were also people from the United States, France, Russia, Indonesia and many other countries. 227 passengers, 12 crew, none of them ever came home. In December 2025, a court in Beijing ordered Malaysia Airlines to pay $410,000 to each of the 8 families who went to court. Money, but still no answer, still no plane, still no closure. The families say they will stop until the truth is found. So let us think about what we actually know. A Boeing 777, one of the safest planes ever built, vanished from radar on 8 March 2014. Someone turned off the transponder. Someone changed the flight path. Someone flew that plane south into one of the most remotest ocean on Earth. The world spent over 12 years and hundreds of millions of dollars searching. The latest search ended on January 23, 26, with nothing found, and 239 families spread across China, Malaysia, France, America and more are still waiting for a phone call that may never come. Think about this for a moment. In 2026, we have satellites that can read a car number plate from space. We have underwater robots that can map the ocean floor. We have AI that can analyze billions of data points in seconds. And we still cannot find a plane that is 73 meters long sitting somewhere at the bottom of the ocean. Either the plane is in a place nobody has thought to look at, or someone somewhere already know exactly where it is. In this video, and if this video made you feel something, share it with one person, because 239 families deserve the world to keep asking questions. Subscribe to Forbidden Files. We open the files they want to bury forever. The next file is already classified.